Okay, so we are here. So I want to get into this reading real quick. What are the messages for whomever it may concern? What are the messages? Ooh, pressure. This is kind of like an intimate pressure. So it's kind of like, somebody is very intimate. You may be very intimate, honey, and your intimacy be applying pressure to motherfuckers. It be applying pressure. Somebody like that pressure, though. So let's see. What are the messages for whomever it may concern? Okay, so we have a projection. Somebody is trying to project onto you that you are unfair, you are unjust, you are toxic. If you're dealing with court situations, or just if you're dealing with court situations, this person wants you to think that things are not going to be fair for you. They may be trying to intimidate you not to take them to court or to take some type of a settlement. But I mean, this person, they're in the wrong for something. They've created some type of injustice and they don't want to admit that. They want to blame you and put it on you. In the position of your crown, you have the Knight of Pentacles. It's funny how people who be projecting, it's kind of like they don't even have a similar or same idea of what's going on in somebody else's head, brain. Like, hello. Elevator is not going to the top, honey. Okay, so my thing is, somebody just wants to make you feel inferior. That's what I pick up. Okay, so this person is having a hard time standing up for themselves. Something has happened to the point to where they can't stand up for themselves. They have been caught. They cannot stand up for what they believe in, because what they believe in, there's some type of hypocrisy, or there's some type of that oppression that comes along with this person or something. And then they got the Ace of Wands in reverse. So, I mean, they're exhausted and they're tired. It's a lot of stuff out of this person's control within their life, and they just keep trying to control scenarios. They're trying to control you. They're trying to control what you think. Oh my God, you're so tired. Just go sit down. Just go sit down. Go get some sleep. Go get some rest. I don't know why I feel like that is a lawyer. I feel like that's a lawyer and they're losing their case or something, and it's kind of like they're trying to intimidate the opposite party, like trying to come off like, yeah, I'm the best, I'm gonna get you, you're gonna fry, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, all that type of stuff. Shit crazy. And then, but the thing is that they're trying to do that because they're trying to create intimidation tactics or something, because they know that they're about to get it, but if they can play mind games with you and do reverse psychology and get you to fall into some type of perception that you're in the wrong, you must be a good, decent person, to where you take accountability and you can admit your faults. You must be a very honest person. Okay, this person, obviously they see that, obviously they know that, so I don't even know why they are attempting. I think that's why they're attempting, because maybe you have a reputation of being honest. So if you can admit to something, if this person can get into your head and make you admit something, then it's kind of like, then they can go ahead and flip the script. But the thing is that they got to get into your head in order, they got to try to make you think something. This person be trying to scare people and intimidate people like they got some real power, but this person don't have no power. They don't have nothing. They be doing too much. Their words, and when I say they be doing too much, they do so much, it's like their words don't match up to the actions that they take. This is where the hypocrisy comes in, because it's kind of like, well, you say this, but you're over here doing this, and that. You say that you can handle this, you can handle that, you can do this, you can do that, but girl, God, you burnt the fuck out. Then on top of that, you dealing with opposition, and you can't even take on your opposition. It's kind of like somebody done ravished. People have ravished this person. People have been pouncing on this person. Okay? So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe shit is happening to them because of what they did to you, or they need you. It's kind of like they want you to be in their position. They want people to think that you are them or something. This person wish that they could switch spots with you. They wish that they could switch lives with you. This person having a hard time. They have a really hard time. They having a hard time, baby. I pick up, they can't even look the part. They can't even, it's something here about attraction. I don't know. Somebody can't, I feel like this is a woman and she can't get somebody up. She can't get this man up. So maybe you're a woman and she wants to convince you that, you know, something is wrong with this man. I don't think she's going to try to get personal, but she might get personal and say, well, you don't want to deal with him. You don't want to be with him because he can't get it up. Well, what if you are in love with him? What if you like him just the way that he is? It doesn't matter if he can get it up or not. One thing about it, honey, he ain't getting up for her. So it's kind of like, well, if he ain't getting up for me, well, who he getting up for? Something. I feel like in court, she may have brought that up too. Like, he don't like, oh, he not getting up for me. This could have something to do with fraternity tests, something like that. Okay, somebody has been lying. They have been lying for, I want to say, the last week or two. You know, just lying their little heart out, lying their little ass off, just lying. Trying to say all type of shit. I feel like if this is a woman, it's kind of like she'll sit in court. Like if somebody got caught cheating or something, if this is some type of divorce, she's sitting up there trying to say, he wouldn't get hard for me, so I thought he was cheating. But it's just like, girl, that man, hey, when it comes to pussy, if a man marry your ass, if he with you, girl, that's in-house pussy, honey. He don't care if it's the best, or he's not gonna care if it's the best or if it's not. For one, if he married you, if he put you up, you know what I'm saying? If he got you in there, girl, he ain't trying to do too much work for no outside pussy, you know. And he probably don't trust women on the outside anyway. And he probably don't care how good or whatever your pussy is, or if it's good or if it's not. The brother probably just really love you. He don't care about that. You understand? Wait, no. Here, because it's holding up my phone.
He threw in my room.
Huh?
He threw in my room.
He threw up in your room?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me finish this reading. Just clean up what you can. So it's kind of like she's trying to flip the script. It's making somebody sick to their stomach, like the things that she's doing and saying. Then on top of that, it's just like, girl, you trying to embarrass this man in his manhood. Girl, you won't trying to get that pussy up. Stop it. You won't trying to get that pussy up because you was fucking around. You was getting it. And that's the thing. That's the thing. And see, a woman, she's in love when she's fucking somebody, and when she still has a situation and she starts treating that man like she's just so disgusted with him. That's a sign. Because it's kind of like the arrogance. She develops like this arrogance to where it's kind of like, I can do so much better than you. I can have better than you. I can have somebody loving on me the way that you're not loving on me, and all this type of shit. It's just, oh, evil ass Jezebel ass bitch. Yeah. So my thing is, you're thinking about, your mind is not even on this situation. It really doesn't matter what this person tries to say, because what they're doing, you can see the shit, and you can see that, you can see it's some type of a tactic. You can see it's not real. Somebody made a move, and it was just obvious. So you have the Star here, you have the Six of Cups, and then you have the Five of Cups. So the moment that you ascend and you remember who you are, there's this disappointing feeling that comes over you. It's disappointing because you have to let it go. So be careful of survivor's guilt. You know, it's sad when sometimes we see the people that we love and care about are spiraling out of control in their own demise through their own self-destruction. It's very disheartening. It's very disheartening for you to see somebody act and behave the way in which they are, because it's so unfamiliar to you. You're just like, damn, I don't even really know this person, you know. So your emotions are on a roller coaster. Okay, so this situation is really taking you through things emotionally. It's going to be best to be around people who help to remind you of who you are. I do kind of see that you have some good friends here. You have good support system. It has a lot to do with your soul family. It could be a connect. It could be a past life soulmate connection. Y'all actually share many past lives together, because there's some type of repetition here with the past. I don't think that you're dealing with an ex. There's an age gap here. Okay. Ooh, I felt sting. Shit stung. So there is some type of an age gap here. With the Ace of Swords, truth, clarity is coming out. And that is lined up here with the Star. So you are very unique, and you are a starseed. You know, you are very important to humanity. Okay, so you have a lot of compassion. You have a lot of compassion. I don't even think that you really deal with these types of feelings and emotions. But it's kind of like this whole situation that you have been dealing with. It's like your mind is blown. You can't believe it. And it's stuff that came out that you didn't even know about, that maybe you had intuitive feelings about, but you didn't do anything about it. You just kind of overlooked it. It's a lot. It's a lot. So, but there's something here. It's, you know, the way you communicate or speaking. But this is an idea, too, to where everybody benefits in the situation. But this looks like communication. And the way that you're going to communicate, you're going to bring hope and you're going to bring hope and faith, you know, to your soul family, your people. Because people are rooting for you in this very challenging situation that you're going through. You know, people feel the same way that you feel when possibly looking at somebody else or observing somebody else. You know, it's kind of like, damn, this bitch had us fooled. You know what I'm saying? So it's very disheartening and it's very distrusting. That's why I kind of feel like your emotions all over the place. Because at the same time you're going through something, there's also something that you're balancing out too. It's more so, it looks like a friendship, you know, but it looks like more than a friendship, you know. But while you're going through all the things that you're going through, it's crazy. I mean, I feel like you're very protected. You are very protected. Your heart is being protected. You know, your mind is being protected too. But some things you had to absorb, you had to let in, because you may have been pushing things out and trying to avoid things and overlook things for a long time. So there are some things that you had to receive, and there are things that you had to accept. But it's kind of like while you're going through this transformation, it's like you have support, and then on top of that, it's giving me like strong, kind of like Jonathan Majors and Megan Good type vibe. Because you know, Megan Good, she was with her husband, and you know, her husband was who he was. Jonathan Majors, you know, it's kind of like after that movie Creed, you know, his career kind of starts spiraling. You know, shit started kind of happening to him, you know. And then she, you know, she ended up leaving her husband to come support him and be by his side. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you have your soul family and then you have somebody else. It's like y'all are not courting. I mean, I don't know. It seems like y'all, this person just want to be supportive, just want to be a friend, but it's something more there. But now is just not the time to really discover it. You understand? Or put too much into it. And after you kind of go through this situation here, you may need some time to just kind of heal. But that's what your soul family is there for. So it's kind of like while you're going through this transformative period, while you're pushing through the shadow of the valley of death, right? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like, baby, this person is hell on wheels. You know, it's mind-blowing because it's a total switch. You know, I don't know if you've seen that movie Moana, but you know the goddess Nefiti, you saw who she was, and then she turned into the lava woman, the real crazy angry woman, you know. So to be quite honest, if you're dealing with a woman, if you're dealing with divorce, or if you're dealing with lawyers, but it's a woman, okay, and she's in a position of authority, when it comes to her, you know, she may be gay and she needs healing with her feminine energy. You know, she kind of needs a woman to come save her or something. But if you're a man, you may be chauvinistic, okay? And that's one of the things that you probably ain't realized. Maybe you didn't care. You know what I'm saying? So with you being chauvinistic and then having to deal with this woman in power, to where she may be somewhat of a feminist, to where she really don't like men, and you're under, you know, it may kind of seem and feel like you're under her authority. You know, it kind of makes you, you know, realize certain things about yourself as well. But this is all a part of the process, you know. You have an offer here, the Page of Pentacles. So you want to start over with somebody. It really feels like you are so mentally done, you know. You really don't care how your life is going to go at this point in time. You know that you're going to have to start over. With many things in your life, many areas and all that type of stuff. But when it comes to somebody, there's somebody who's very important to you. And it's important to you that you start over with this person or with these people. Okay? I pick up that there are two guys and there's a woman. Okay? It could be a white guy and a black guy, because I kind of see that. I see that, you know, you're thinking about your friends, true friends, true love, real love. Okay? So you must have been holding on to a lot in your life, not wanting to let go. You know, because you was hanging on to a lot of falsity. You was holding on to false and fake friends, false and fake love. You know, so it's you know, there's a switching. You know, things are turning, things are switching. But I think you pretty much grasped the concept of it, because it looks like you're doing just fine. A little bit of a hiccup came in here, but it's all good now. Okay. So that is going to be the messages. So until next time, we'll talk again. Thank you.